All right, so it's going to be a update tour on what we've got done this week, which we had a fairly productive week this week. Yesterday I didn't go to the farmer's market with my lovely lady. My mother-in-law did. Thank you, Mama. Appreciate it. So whenever I was here alone, I put the wood chips down, put cardboard down over the weeds, and put more wood chips down. I didn't put any wood chips where there was no weeds. I was gonna finish it out, but I probably should have. But this definitely looks better than it did. And these raspberries right here, I honestly don't know what type they are exactly, but them right there is by far the best raspberries I've ever had.
And all these plants came from the backyard.
Yeah. And we moved them this spring. Actually, we videoed that. I'll put a video. I'll link to that video down below of us putting these in. We planted 90 of them. I don't know how many took. I think most of them did, but
I think most.
But even the ones that didn't, like this one here, it don't have nothing on that, but a new one come out of the roots. Or yeah, this one here, who knows? Maybe something will pop up. Maybe it won't. Doesn't really matter.
I'd say next year we're gonna have a really good harvest.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to. I'll probably put T-posts in every row, and then weave them so that they don't go wherever they want to, so we can keep them somewhat in a line. I got an idea for this bed. This week I'll do a video on what I'm gonna do here, but I won't spoil that right now. So you'll have to watch that video.
Wait and watch.
Wait and watch. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you want to see that video. You're gonna have to subscribe. We're pretty close to the main road. That's why you can hear that motorcycle. Sorry about the background noise. I need to get out of this raspberry patch, or I want to be. That there wasn't quite right.
Eat them all up.
That's all right. Sorry, Jude. I know you love these, and they are delicious. Next year we should have plenty of raspberries. This year, not so much.
But the bed looks really good.
But the bed looks really good. So we're going to take you and show you something else we did. So, and we're back. So one thing we did this week was we trained all the chickens that this is their new home. They don't have the chickshaw that was behind Heather. Isn't there no longer?
Gone.
It flew the coop, so to speak. No pun intended. Actually, there was, but it flew the coop this morning. I got it out of here this morning. Today was the first day we made them nest in these new nesting boxes that we put in, and I'll show you those now. That one right there is the little one that came with our meat birds. We call him Speckles or Freckles or whatever. I would assume he's a rooster because he's pretty young and he's got big feet and his comb and stuff's already red, so I'm assuming he's a rooster. But so I made these nesting boxes and put these up yesterday. Then we just put this in front so they have some privacy. It's dark in there, and you can see there's five nesting boxes. And this here's just nesting box bedding. I don't know. I think you can get it about anywhere.
I think Walmart has
Walmart,
Tractor Supply.
Yeah, about any place.
I saw it on Amazon too, but
they all used that right off. This was the first day they had it. Their other coop was in here, in the chicken yard, but they the door was closed. I never opened the door up for them. The last couple of days I opened the door so they could lay in there because they never had a nesting box. But they all laid in there today except for one. She found one over by their water, so that was pretty good. So tomorrow,
I did put the fake eggs in that we have just to help them realize that that's their spot for it.
Right. Yep, they was pretty good with it. So
yeah.
So that was a big to do. It didn't take long to do that, but then all that scrap, I had all that wood except for the back is the only piece that's new. All that other stuff in there is just scrap wood that I kept. I kind of hoard scrap wood. I don't burn it like I should. That's why my building looks like a pigsty. So we're gonna go to the next spot. So Alrighty. The older people will get that, the younger ones won't, but it's all good. This year we ordered a building. I was like to build one, but I don't have time to build a building, and we just ordered an 8-foot by 8-foot building to put our chicken feed and that kind of stuff in. We'll put, who knows what else we'll put in it, but it's definitely gonna have chicken feed and probably our garden tools. Because right now they just lean against every tree we have here and there, and there's sometimes they're just laid in the garden. So that's what's going to happen with this pad we leveled. Actually, I want to thank my neighbor. I'm not going to mention his name, but he brought his dad's tractor down, and we had gravel over there in a pile. He scooped it up and dumped it here for me. So
got it leveled out.
thank you, appreciate
nice
that.
Pad.
He's a good kid. We did get some more wood chips brought in too. I'll walk over there. I won't magically appear. So we got three dump truck, well, not big dump truck loads, but 3 loads dumped. We know a guy that is an arborist, and we just get them off of him. He charges us a little bit of money for gas and his time to bring them here, but it's better than buying them from somebody else. These are actually arborist chips, so we know what we got. And we was out of what we had last year from where we cut our trees down and had them put them there, but so we had to pay a little bit for them. It's not that big a deal. Here's the old chickshaws right here.
Just put it off to the side.
Yeah, I just put it off side. I want to take the roof of it off and make it lighter. It's too heavy. It's heavy to pull. I like it better to move the chickens in than I do the John Siskovich style. I like those for the meat birds. It's pretty nice, but for the egg layers, I like this style here way better than that style. But this sometime here in the fall, we're going to build a winter coop for them. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but we're going to build a coop for the winter. But so right now we're going to go to the next location. Got them two mixed up a little bit, but that'll all work out. Snap your fingers and you appear like that. It's kind of weird. So yesterday I went through and cleaned the garlic up, and I put them all in these. So I'm gonna this week one evening I want to sort them out. But we do have some really nice garlic, and we have some not so nice garlic. But that's all. It's all good. Like I said in the video I put up yesterday on the garlic when I was cleaning it. If you didn't see that, I'll leave a link to it below as well. If you didn't, yeah, we're going to double our production for next year. I only got 3 little flats. I don't know how many there is. There's probably several hundred in here. But I want to at least double what we did this year for next year. So this fall, I'll plan at least double. But these here is definitely going to be seed. And you can see how big that clove is. That clove's huge in that one. So this definitely will be our seed garlic. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is music garlic. I ain't positive on that though. I did last year, I had 2 different types, but I only planted one variety. The other one made bigger heads, but this made bigger cloves. And for me, when I eat garlic and use garlic, I want the bigger clove, not the small ones. The flavor is about the same. For someone like me, I can't tell the difference. But so this is our weed infested small garden, and it's definitely weed infested. I weeded parts of it the other night, but I did not get the Swiss chard and onions. As you can see, they are definitely full of weeds. This here was our snap peas. I took all those out, took the trellis out, and in that I did get 90% of the weeds out. There's still some in there, and I won't mess with those for a little while. I put Sudan grass and sunflowers in this bed for a cover crop. Thought about putting something else in there, but I didn't. I just wanted to put a cover crop in, so that's what I put in that bed. Our beans are doing pretty well. Our pole beans the other night, we went in there and they were starting to sprawl out real bad, so we went through and put twine in to hold them, so you can still find your walkway to get to the other beans to pick.
It definitely needed that.
It did. Needed it badly. They're doing all right. They have some flowers on, but these here don't these don't have any beans on them yet that I've seen.
They're that tall and still no beans.
Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely flowers on. I don't know if you can see them up in there. That camera don't zoom in real good, but there is flowers, but no beans yet. But that's all right. I'm sure we'll get more beans than we want. Next year, I want to do them differently. We're going to try them again next year. These definitely make more beans than those so far. I'm not going to say they will till the year's up, but they have so far. But these I want to try differently than this trellis. I want to do an arch trellis to put these on, let it grow over top of it. Up here, this is for Japanese beetles. This bed here had our lettuce in it, and I harvested all of our lettuce and give it to the chickens. It was old, and it now has some lettuce, some spinach, and it has some teddy bear sunflowers, which you only get about that big. I planted a bunch of seeds of that in this too, and they're actually germinating. Everything's germinating fairly well in this bed. This bed here was our garlic, and I put in cauliflower seeds and some nasturtium seeds, which I think it looks like they're coming out of the ground too over there, and some cabbage or some cucumbers. We had like 4 plants left that I stuck in the ground. But this garden here is doing pretty good. We got, I don't know how many beans. She canned a bunch this past Monday, and she's going to can a bunch more tomorrow. She picked a mess of them yesterday afternoon.
5-gallon bucket both times.
Yeah, and which will be all we need then. We won't need to can anymore. She should get, I don't know how many she got and how many we'll get out of this batch, but it's the same amount. But from now on, we'll sell the rest of them or eat them fresh. Which we do eat a lot of fresh beans. So. And
we canned beets.
We can.
Last week and today again.
Yeah.
So I think we're done with canning beets. So the rest that I take up will be for sale.
Yep. The jungle garden, I took the fence down this morning and mowed what I could mow in here. I'm not mowing no more. I don't know if I want to mow it again, and I'm debating if I want to put the fence back up or not. I still have the fence on that side of which is the woods side, and the deer and groundhogs would come from that side to here, but they can get in here now. Will they? Honestly, I don't know. I think I'm going to chance it tonight and tomorrow. Hopefully, please, still be good. But we'll see. She may change my mind. I ain't gonna say she won't. This sunflower here is starting to bloom. I will keep the seeds out of this one. Just feed the chickens. But it's only got one head. It don't have any multiples. This one here's got lots of heads coming out on it. It's not blooming yet, but that monster right there has got a gazillion flowers going to be on it. I'm not sure how many a gazillion is, but it's got a lot of them.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
But it's fully loaded with bloom. Well, will be blooms. And this jungle garden, I know my wife don't like it. I like it myself.
I like it. The grass was driving me crazy in here.
I mean, you can see the pumpkins starting to form, hang down in the inside.
Yep.
Which is what I wanted. There's a couple cushaws forming. Some of these, I don't know. Some of them starting to wilt back a little bit. I don't understand why, but a couple of the plants are. I was thinking I put some patty pans in here, but I don't know. I can't say I did or didn't. This sunflower here is a nice one too.
Oh my gosh, that's getting tall.
Yeah. And these are just seeds that fell and.
Look at the stalk.
Oh, I know,
wow,
it's huge. That's a nice one.
Thick.
That's a nice one for sure. I might keep seeds out of that one just because how big it is. And it's got a bunch of heads coming on it as well. I don't know how big the big head will get, but
that big.
Yeah, however big it is. But yeah, this is definitely a jungle. I kind of like it. Like I say, I thought I put some patty pans in here, but I don't.
You did, I thought.
I thought too I did.
I think the upper side.
I thought it was the lower side, but whichever, it doesn't matter. And these Mexican sunflowers is getting freaking humongous.
Ooh.
This one is, anyways. That one there ain't so much. That one there's drowned it out a little bit.
Shading out the.
It is shading out stuff, which is fine. This is we might have planted these too close together. That back in there's a definite jungle. There's no way you're getting through that mess until the fall when everything starts dying back and you start ripping things out. And I flipped my compost pile yesterday as well. It's now there. I put the tarp down and then flipped it on top and then put another tarp over top. But so it's doing all right. But see, the fence is still up on this side. So, and I cut a bunch of those polywana trees down and left them lay. There was, I don't know how many of them, 6 or 8 of them probably I cut down yesterday. The apples are doing pretty good. I ain't been over there and checked them for a while, but I can see apples from here on both trees, so that's always a good thing.
And behind you,
because of the sunchokes that is like, yeah, insanely taking over this bed.
wow.
And she put a bunch of stuff in grow bags. This is kind of an experiment to see how they do. We've never growed in grow bags before. I moved all these this morning when I mowed in here with the push mower, and I watered them all good. Some things like this one here is gone.
Yeah.
And one of those died. But all in all, everything seems to be doing all right in them.
Carrots in that one.
Yep, carrots and squashes. So all in all, they look like they're doing pretty good. These things here is huge.
Wow, that is thick.
Yes, yes it is. Yes, there'll be a lot of biomass in that whenever it's time to harvest. And there is a sunflower coming out too, a regular sunflower. I think the last couple of years I had to take twine and wrap around these, keep them from falling apart, and they're actually wanting to now. But I don't think I'm going to mess with them. I think I'm going to let them do what they want this year. I don't know what we're going to do in that bed next year. One more thing we didn't really do. Well, I did, I guess. I'll always pinch my tomatoes and retwine them, and I did that yesterday. But I planted cucumbers in this bed a few weeks ago, and they're actually doing really good. I need to weed this bed. I didn't weed it for a while, but cucumbers are doing pretty well, and our tomatoes are starting to ripen. So I don't personally like these, but I do know that my lovely bride loves these things.
Yes.
She eats them like candy.
Yummy. Thank you.
No problem. Now don't talk with your mouth full.
Oh man, so juicy.
I picked her a couple yesterday.
About time they come on.
Yeah, there's a fair many coming on, so we may have cherry tomatoes this weekend at the market if we have enough. She can't catch. You hit her right in the hand and she can't catch.
Yep.
But that's all right. That's why her one finger's crooked. When our son was little, she tried to catch a football with the end of her finger.
Yeah.
Now it's kinked forever. But that's all right. So I don't know if I even showed this before, but this here is where some tomatoes obviously fell to the ground last year, and I let them go to see what they do, and I still am going to let them go. I'm not going to mess with them, I don't think. But yeah, they're definitely taking over this back corner. I may cut some of them back because they're drowning out some of the gingers is behind there. Our ginger ain't doing real well, but it's going to be what it's going to be. I wished it did better this year. Last year's ginger was amazing. This year, not quite so much, but I'm sure it's something I did, not the ginger itself, because we got the seed from the same place. The biker dude. He changed the name of his website, but I can't remember what it's called now. It was the biker dude. It comes out of Hawaii is where it comes from. But anyways, which is where most people buy their ginger. Seed ginger. And probably most of what you get in the stores from Hawaii too. But anyhow, I'm going to wrap this video up. So if you're not subscribed, please do so, especially if you want to follow along, see what we got growing on every week. We do a weekly update every Sunday evening. We video it and we publish it on Mondays. And then this week I'm going to do an experiment down there in the raspberries, like I said, and we're going to do full garden tours in both gardens sometime this week. So we've got 3 videos coming out. This past week we didn't put any out, but this week we want to try to get some more out.